welcome back. And so today I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a recap of how my day trading went. And so as you guys can see, these are all the trades I took today. I took a lot more trades than I'm used to, and so I wanted to just go ahead and break down pretty much exactly how my day went. So the first ticker symbol I want to focus on is ticker symbol HUSA. So I did a poor job, as you can see, of buying in at moments where it really didn't make sense, right? Because the moments I bought in, it was trading underneath the EMA, and I was hoping to catch it at a bounce because it had a previous support, as you guys can see, pre-market right around this price point, the 350 price point. And so when it got around there, I decided to get in prematurely without it confirming an actual uptrend, right? So that's where I went wrong today. And these trades alone put me down almost $120 on the day, right? So I started off horrible, and I decided to take a breather and come back to trading. And so when I came back, the first trade I took was I saw the NASDAQ this morning to be overbought right around these levels, mostly because if you take a look at the larger time frames, it's typically been making these lower highs and lower lows, right? It's been selling off and it's been bearish, mostly with the news relating to Ukraine and Russia. So this morning when I saw it to be a bit more overextended, I waited for it to start to indicate signs of a downtrend, right? So it started to trade below the EMA rather than ride it up like it did here. And so as the market started to sell off, I traded the inverse ETF SQs. And as you can see, I took one trade pretty much where I averaged up. I got in initially with around, I believe, like $2,000 and ended up adding 4,000, something around there. The math could be wrong though. I could have been with less, but as you guys can see, I waited for this thing to start to sell off and I bought in initially. And once I saw it starting to consolidate and confirm a rejection by the EMA, I decided to add my second position, and I decided to pretty much lock in profits when the NASDAQ was a little more oversold right around the middle VWAP, right? Because it was using it as a support all morning, and so I felt like that was going to be a safe area to get out. So I did lock in my profits. It wasn't that much profit because this thing doesn't tend to be that volatile, which is why I traded with a little bit bigger of a dollar amount than I normally would. But that was $41, right? And so ticker symbol HUSA is the other one I wanted to focus on because as you guys can see, I did a bad job of buying in at smart points. I would pretty much buy in at areas where I thought was a support because of these pre-market bounces it had. And so I would buy in hoping it would pretty much reverse, right, and start to make these higher highs and higher lows. But it didn't do it ultimately when I wanted it to. And when I was able to come back after taking a breather, I did get an alert that this thing did break above the middle VWAP again. And I waited for a pullback to occur before buying in. And so pretty much I bought in with my initial share amount and I let this thing ride, right? I let this thing ride and I decided to sell at 410. Mostly because I felt it to be a little more overbought, right? The indicators were indicating it was overbought and beginning to curl down a bit, right? So when I sold that at 410, it did ultimately end up shooting up another crazy amount, right? So HUSA ended up hitting highs of $14. That thing was insane. Almost 300% on the day. So definitely something that I should have been watching more, but I was just happy, to be honest, to go from being down almost 120 to ending green on the day. So I didn't want to overstay my welcome and continue to trade because that's just something I felt was being a little hopeful for, especially after I made back money after being down a bit. So I was definitely happy in that aspect, but I was disappointed with my performance in the morning. And what I hope to do tomorrow better is to really wait for signs of uptrends before I start to even get in. Wait for these things to push up and pull back a bit before I buy in. And yeah, try to stay a little more patient tomorrow. So I hope you guys had a good day today, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.